Take an inhale and come up. Woo, and an exhale to lower. And breathe in. I'm just so glad everybody got in. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. You got it. And up. This is just to warm up. So Catherine, if this kind of squat doesn't serve you, you could exactly do the leg kicks or do the calves. Now come in a little bit closer. We'll all come in and go up with your heels. We also like to do heel raises because it helps with the blood flow, getting it back up to the heart. So inhale and up. And 2. Good. And then inhale. You're doing great. And let's just touch the leg muscles a little bit. Go up 5 times. So point flex, and 3, and 4, and we're just going to do 5. So get ready. Go 5 on this leg. Woo, 5, 4, go up. Make the most of it. 3, 2. Now inner thigh. Go across the body. 5, go up. 4, 3, good. 2, now 5, go up and across. Here we go. 5, 4, you're doing great. 3, 2, now out to the side. 5, long knees. 4, 3, try to balance it. 2, 1, go to the other side. 5, 5, woo, 4, 3, 2, to the rear. I'm just turning so you can see. 5, your body will be pitched forward in these. 4, point back. Good. 3, 2, 1, go to the rear. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Now we're going to take 5 circles each way. So all together, those moves that we just did, we're taking circles. And you may notice I'm deliberately changing the pace a little bit. So what we can do with our muscles is you can change the cadence or the speed at which you work and access fast twitch, slow twitch muscle fibers. 3, whoops, 4, and 5. Go to the other side. Here we go. Woo, changing it up. It's a different challenge. 5, 2, be graceful. Good, you got it. And look at that, graceful. 5 the other way, and I like to change the arms as well with that. 2, 3, 4, and 5. That was great. We're going to head down to the floor. Grab your foam roller if you would like. Grab a sip if you would like. You can get down any way you want, but a challenge would be to take a foot forward, lower your back shin, come down without using your hands. All right, nice. I'm going to grab a sip, but then we're going to meet on a swan and lift up those back muscles. So your hands can be knife down. Go up and down. Go inhale up and down. Go inhale up and down. Now lift and lower. And inhale, lift and lower and lift and lower. Now you may be able to get a little higher now as your back has warmed up. We're going to hold it. Hold 10. Ooh, this should feel good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to do that again. So release for a moment and inhale, come back up. 10, 2, 3, 4. Good, Cheryl. 5. Good, Shireen. Good. Everybody looks good. Lower. Let's do that one more time. So come up high. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The shoulders are down. 8. Good. 9. Inhale and then lower down. Nice job. Now we're going to take a brief child's pose, toes under, and stretch back. And Catherine, you may like to leave your hips up in a puppy dog pose or windshield wipe instead. And then come to the back. Now when you roll down, your feet are on this And just take about 10 seconds down for a challenge. 10, you're scooping. 2, make sure you have enough room behind you. 3, you're always checking your space. 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, a full body stretch, breathe in. Leave the legs pretty long here. The calf ankle is on the foam roller, and lift your hips in a hip extension. Your hands can gently frame the hips on the floor. You have a soft knee bend. You're going up and down with this hip extension about 10 times. Glute and hamstring. Breathe in and out. Good. That's it. Soft knee. 2 more. And then stay up and hold. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lower. And then come up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower. Now bend your knees. Place your feet on the roller with bent knees. And again, you could always do this without your roller. You can do it on the floor. Curl up. Now we're lower back articulation focus. Oh, that feels so good. Go as slowly as you need to get that low back. Each vertebra gets attention, each segment of your spine. Once your sacrum's down, use your abs to pull your pubic bone towards your navel. Your sacrum comes off, and then it's almost like your lumbar spine, your lumbar vertebra peel. They push into the floor before you peel them up. Now each one's pushing down to the floor. All right, 2 more. Up, curl. Slow as you need to get that low back. Articulation. Now curl up and then hold, and just leave your hands on the mat. Make sure your hips are level. You could use your hands to make sure they're level if you're not sure. And hold. If you would like to add on, you can push the roller away from you, in and out, even just a few inches. 10. That's a little hamstring extra. 5. Breathe in, curl down, and reach one leg up in a hamstring stretch. Pull the toes back, pull the leg in, and if you would like, come up and add a hamstring stretch plus a leg above the roller. This is holding on to the big toe pose. This is an ab crunch. 10. Otherwise, just keep your hamstring stretch. 5. And relax, take your other hand to your other leg. Now you could do a hamstring stretch, or you could come up and grab the toe, and you could also put your other leg hovering. Keep the abs on. Lift up a 1/2 inch higher, Karen. Yep, there you go. Inhale, and recover for just a moment. Any way you need to. I'm going to do a knee in rock. And we're going to put the feet back on the floor or back on the roller and curl up. Now once you're up, I like to check the hips are level, and drop. You're going to lift up one leg and point the toes to the sky. I like to think of a pencil. Now lift up and down while you maintain hip level. 4, 5, go all the way down to the floor. 6, and then up. 7, 8, 9. Now you're going to put the foot that's in the air on the roller. You're going to lengthen the other leg, and you're going to point the toes up. Now drop all the way down, sacrum to floor and up. So sacrum to floor and up. Keep reaching through the top leg. Now the leg that's in the air, it's going to go on the roller. Readjust your spine. Take the other leg up, the first leg up. Now pull your toes back on that leg. You've got a really good calf stretch here. Knee long if your body will let you. Drop your hips all the way down, and then go up, down, up, down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that foot comes on the roller or the floor. Take the other leg up, pull the toes back. Now you've got a good calf stretch or hamstring stretch. Lift up, drop all the way down. 2, try to keep the hips level. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to take a breather, which is a happy baby. Reach your hands to your feet. And then if you ever have trouble with a squat that I'm offering, like a low squat malasana, this is another stretch you could always do. But just make sure your joints feel good. 5, 4. Notice how the knees might get lower as you're here. The muscles kind of relax. Ooh. Take the feet back onto the roller or the floor, whichever you're doing. Curl back up, and once you're up, your hips are level. You're going to lengthen the right leg up, point. When you cannot go anymore, flex that foot, really reach all the way through the foot, then touch the whatever that prop is, the foam roller, point. I couldn't remember. And then flex. I thought it was an arc for a moment. Okay, so you're going to reach, point, and flex. So really thread, floss that nerve and point through that foot and flex through that foot. We want all those intrinsic foot muscles to get attention. 7, I'm spreading out the toes, pointing. 8, enjoy that hamstring stretch. 9 each time. Good. 10, and then we're going to realign. The feet go on the roller. No, make sure you're level. I'm going to adjust. And then you curl up. Your other leg comes up. It's up in a point, and then you flex it down, touch the roller if you can, and point it back up. So really work through your toes, work through your foot. You're going to try to flex and spread the toes, and then point up, stretch your ankle, keep the hips level. There should be a space underneath your neck so you don't feel jammed in the neck. Keep the breath going. Breathe. 8, good. 9 and 10. Now let that foot down, inhale. And then exhale. When you lower your spine down, reach your hands between your knees. And if you can grab your feet, do. If not, grab your ankles. This is a supine bound angle, and you might rock a little left and right. And your elbows can even push your inner thighs out. Breathe in. All right, let your feet go long. Now, you have a couple possibilities here. You can lift your hips up, or if you would like to do a roll up with the knees bending, you can do that. So do 3 of something. You can do a hip lift, or you can do 3 of these roll ups. Now you can do 3 more hip lifts, or when your back is down, bend the knees. And then when you come up in a roll up, you straighten your legs. 3. So you have options of something for wellness. Inhale, exhale, up, over, good. And then 1 more, that's it. Nice. Now come back, and now the next exercise is either doing bridges on the floor or the roller, or you're going to lengthen your legs, your arms are going to go long, and when you do a roll up, you're going to bend the knees right while your torso and arms go left. Come back down, and exhale, torso goes right, knees go left. Good. Inhale, exhale. So obliques. Good. You choose. 1 more each. Here we go. Up and up. And a full body stretch. And I'm going to have us come up in a seated position. If you would like to take a teaser challenge, come up that way and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we're gonna grab a sip. However you need to. Really good job, guys. So that was a bridging and some abdominal blocks. We're gonna go into some planks. I need to double check this, but my client this morning, I think she's 86 today, she did 2 1-minute planks, 2 1-minute planks on her forearms. So I'm gonna use that for inspiration for us, right? Your forearms are on the, and that's after having been in the hospital 6 months ago from ibuprofen, given her ruptured ulcer. So, so just use it as inspiration that we can do it. If she can do it, we can. Forearms down, here we go. 1-minute plank and go. Now, if you need to take a break during this, please do. But I'm gonna encourage you to take the full 1 minute. And I'm either on the roller or you can be on the floor. I'm on the forearms, but if you prefer to be on your hands, you certainly can. Main thing is making sure the low back doesn't sink. You're doing great. So there's a shoulder blade down the back, feeling, you don't feel any tension in your neck. And we're almost halfway there already. And then we're doing 30 more seconds. Belly is lifted, legs are strong. The scapula are wide on the back. You're not collapsed in the scapula. And keep going. You're breathing. And this isn't the big diaphragmatic breath because you want to keep your belly pulled in. But try 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and recover any way you want to. I'm going to do a child's pose with my shins still on the foam roller. And then we're going to take a side plank and we're going to do a 30-second hold. So get ready, 3, 2, 1, and go up. You're strong. Your main cue is you're not letting your hips dip or your shoulder blade drop. This is 10. Head back. Yep. All right, 15 seconds. And I like that. I feel good. I feel strong. Lift your hips a little bit, Michelle, just because the roller makes, yeah, there you have to lift a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hips to the floor. And we're going to switch the sides. Let me grab my prop because my forearm told me it wants to have extra cushion. Okay, get ready. 3, 2, and go up. Fun. Go, looking good. That hip looks good. Your head's against an imaginary wall. You have, whoops, you have 15 seconds already. Breathe in. Inhale. And then exhale, lower down. Great job. Now on this next one, I want to give you the opportunity to choose where you'd like to be, some type of push-up. So it might be that you are easier to do this on the wall. It may be that you want to be on your hands and knees, quadruped. It may be that you put your knees out a little further. And when I say knees, I mean flesh above the knees or toes. So we're going to do 15 or so. You're in control of what modification or progression you take. 3, 4, 5, good. 6, head back a little, Michelle. 7, good girl. That's my girl, Jean, that's wonderful. And a plank would be another modification on your forearms. You got it. And then when you're ready, come back to any seated position. Let's join you, shall we? Go up and over. Now you can put your arm on the floor or you could put your hand over. Good. Should feel strong. Planks add that element of a, push-ups add that element of a plank. Breathe in, stretch through your elbow and go up and over. Breathe in. Stretch through your elbow, head back. Yeah. 5, 4, 3. Oh, stretching, stretching, stretching. 2, like I'm pulling you. And come up. Now we're going to add rotation. Open and turn. Upper back rotation is critical for preventing a rounded head, a rounded forward head or tech neck. Open up your arms and let's head to the other side. Rotation. And then as you're ready, come back, grab a sip. Really good job. We're going to do another belly down series here. So you don't need your foam roller for this one. I'm going to put it over here to the side. You're going to be belly down, legs long, hands beside your hips. Come up with your torso, lift up your legs. Now just breathe for a moment and notice how you go up a little bit when you breathe. Good, Jane. Those of you that want to add on a little flutter, your legs are vertical. Now, when you rest, you can just put your head down for a minute if you want to wiggle a little left and right or bend the knees a little left and right. And this time we're going to do upper body, lower body. So inhale, lift. And you can put your hands on the mat if that serves you. So is that okay, Jean? And then lower down and then lift up your legs. Now your upper body is going to come up and then you can help it up with your hands and then you lower it. Now this, take your time, legs up. Do the pace that you need to concentrate up with the shoulders down the back. Legs up. Arms upper back. Legs. Upper body. Yeah, nice. And then legs. Now you might decide you want to, when you come up, let go. And whenever you're ready, yeah, like it, inhale. And then we're going to push back into a child's pose. You can pull your toes under. Nice, Shireen. Toes under. And cat-cow, I'm going to have if you would like a knee pad, place that extra padding underneath your knees. Now, cat-cow is going to be, of course, another option here in a minute, but just try flexion. You can really get a good spinal articulation here. Inhale, and nothing's on the ground. Curl, curl. If you would like to add on, you can curl your toes under, lift your knees, and then do cat-cow here. Healthy back. You're trying to keep that back healthy, mobile, and strong. Inhale. This is an exercise. You could do cat-cow every day. And exhale. Bridges and cat-cow you could do every day. All right, let it down. I'm going to take a little elbow bend with this child's pose so that there's a tricep stretch. And yeah, pat yourself on the back. 5. Come back up to hands and knees. And then you can take your right foot up in the air like you're going to stomp on the ceiling. And you're going to take that other hand to it. So left hand to right foot, push your hand push your foot into your hand. Yeah, lift. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower. Now take your other hand to your foot. Here we go, up. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale. And then 10. Now the next one is a forearm on the mat, hips in the air, so dolphin. Now push your calves long. We worked them this morning in the warm-up, so lengthen those calves. Keep going. I'm gonna move this out of my way. All right, heel, try to bend one knee and press one heel down for 5. And then the other. Both heels down. And then you're going to add on plank and then press up the hips. You're going to add on plank and press up the hips. And plank and hips up. And plank and hips up. And plank. One more. Lower the hips down. Now once you're down, reach your hands either beside your hips or hands on your low back, resting or interlaced, and then lift up your torso. Breathe. Make sure your hands are comfortable, your elbows, that looks good. Feel your shoulders open. Everybody looks good. That's it. 10. Head back a little bit, Karen. Yep, that's it. That was good. Should feel better. 5, 4, 3. Now rest for a moment. We're going to switch the hands. So if your right pinky's on the outside right now, put your left pinky on the outside. If your hands are beside your hips, just leave them. Here we go. Inhale, lift up. And yep, the head comes along too, but there's no excessive tension where the skull meets the spine. Head up a little. It's like you're rolling a marble with your nose. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let your arms be your pillow for your head or your cheek. All by itself, lengthen your left leg up and leave your hips stable as you take your right leg up. Then left, then right, left, right, left, right. Now take 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Now lift up both and flutter. This is a flutter kick only. And then you're going to add on taps. Feet tap, tap, tap. And then either come back to a child's pose or to a low squat. You choose. Just going to take a stretch. And hold. 5, 4. Good. Yeah, you choose. 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. Inhale, and then when you're ready, grab a sip. Really good. Grab a sip. Do a little bit on the back. So you can get your roller if you'd like. Make sure there's enough room behind you. And about 10 seconds down. So 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, you can always do bridges as a modification. I'm going to show you this in layers. Lift up the legs, take one leg out, and then the other. The higher your legs, the more modified. The legs, if they're lower, the harder it is to keep your ribs down. The add-on could be that you take your rotation, point, point, and flex. And point. And flex. One more point. And one more flex. And then rest your head and hug. And we're going to find that foam roller or the floor and put our feet on it. And we just had some contraction in our hip flexors, so now we're going to open up the hips. Once you're up in bridge, either stay or add 10 little pulses that are about 2 inches up and down. Walk the feet together, walk the knees together, and do 10 little narrow pulses. Walk the feet a little wider than your hip width and go 10 little wide pulses. Lower down, one vertebra at a time. Hold on to your feet and knees are wide. Now you can take the feet over your nose if you'd like, and the hips sort of come off the mat here. 5, this is a sleeping yogi variation, or you can just stay in bound angle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then recover. Now the next could be either bridges or lift up your legs, and one leg lowers like a little pair of scissors and then the other. So you're switching places. So one leg's in a hamstring stretch, one leg's lower. Your ribs must stay down. Now you could come up and add a torso crunch. You could come up and leave one hand behind your head if you want, or you can leave both hands. So pull your toes back, and we're going to do 15 more, or you can go to a bridge anytime. 10 more. 5 more. Long knees. And then recover. Now our recovery is going to be right ankle to left thigh. Reach your hands through the window and hold on to the thigh. I like to add a little rock here. If that serves you, you can add that. Move your neck a little left and right and get rid of any tension in there as well. Exhale it all out. Inhale. Take it to the other one, ankle to thigh. Here we go. Reach your hands through. And then you could add a little rock if you'd like. Five, 4, 3, 2, and really good. Now I want to have you hug your shins. This is a little stretch for the back. Listen to your body. I'm going to be adding on. You could always do bridges, or you could do these modifications as I layer them. Lift the arms and the legs up and then hug your shins. Double leg stretch. Take your arms back and take your legs forward. That's a harder variation, double leg stretch. Or lift up your shoulders and then stay up in the torso, hug. Another variation is to have the hands behind the head, open the elbows and tap and open and tap, open, tap. 3 more, 2, 1, and rest. Rock a little bit right and left. And we're going to be doing a lift of the legs. Now lower your legs a little and then bring them back to vertical. Now flex the feet as you lower and point up. Keep your ribs down. Make sure your neck feels good and secure. If you would like to add on, hands behind your head, lift up your shoulder blades and stay in a crunch. The lower you take your legs, the harder it is to keep the ribs down. So listen to your body. 4, so you can keep the ribs down. 3, 2, and recover for a moment. Now take your left leg really long. On the mat, I'm going to get the roller out of the way a bit. Right leg up, hands beside you. Draw 6 circles one way. Big, large circles. You see, we try to keep those ball and socket joints healthy. And then you're going to go the other way. 6, 5. It's okay. Shireen, I've got us doing single leg work, but it's okay if you want to do that. We're going to do those too. So then you'll be able to switch. So just hang on to that hamstring for a moment after you've done about 6 and 6. Now the other leg's going to go up, go into circles. 6. Your other hip flexor's pouring to the ground. And 6 the other way. Long knee. And then you're going to be holding on to that leg, stretching it. I like how we do the hamstring stretches. Those are muscles we almost all need, right? To be stretched. Whew. And the next one is like you were thinking, Shireen. If you want to put both legs up, it's a glued position, and then circle them as a unit. So this is corkscrew, and modified is just circling the legs, and even more modified is bending the knees. If you want to add a hip lift, you can do that at 12 o'clock, and then hip lift. Some people even go over. That's advanced. I don't tend to show that as much because I can't run around the remote classroom and help people correct. So safer, high benefit, low risk would be circles unless you're familiar with that other one. All right, try 4 more. And then what we're going to do is take a bridge pose because that's going to open up the hip flexors. So let your feet down either on the roller or the floor. Lift up your hips. And you can stay. 10. Opening up the hips. 9. Breathing. 5. Inhale. Lower down. And once your sacrum's all the way down, lift up your legs and take a little pair of scissors again. Now the possibility here is hands behind your head, and we're going to put together the crisscross and the single straight leg stretch. So you're going to add a rotation. Exhale, exhale, exhale. All right. You're pointing at this moment, but if you would like to pull your toes back and add 10 more, you can. 2, 4, and nice job. Recover for a moment. We're going to take our feet out wider than a bridge pose. Drop your inner right knee. Take your left ankle and put it on top. Arms up like a field goal post. Breathe low in your diaphragm. And this is a stretch, yeah, for the top of the hip. Nice. Yeah. Yep. The arms are getting a little passive shoulder chest stretch. Palms up. Good. Inhale. Take the feet on the floor wider than your hips. Drop your inner left knee down and then pick up your right ankle and press it. Yeah, should feel like the top of that left hip, low back. Breathe in. Now, take a full body stretch. We are going to be coming up for a sip of water and to change groups, but if you would like to come up with a teaser, you can. Inhale, and then exhale up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. Grab a sip, and I'll meet you in a couple of planks here. Shall we take 21 planks? And if you have fun, creative birthday challenges that you like to do, or fitness, functional fitness challenges, please send them. I like to make them up too. balance drills are good, but what we'll do in this time is a little bit of some 21 planks. If you use your foam roller, it's a little bit more arm dominant. Another possibility would be you do bridges or do stretches. So we'll just touch base. So here's the front plank. Thank you, Jean, for modifying. 2 is side plank. Front plank is 3. Side is 4. Front plank is 5. Side is 6. Front plank is 7. Side is 8. Front plank is 9. Side is 10. You're doing great. Front plank 11. Side is 12. Front plank is 13. Good. 14. Good. 15 is front. Whoop, keep going. 16 is side. Front plank is 17. 18. Front plank is 19. 20. Front plank is 21. And then rest for a moment. Nice. And then we're going to come up to shins. But for most of us, or some of us, you might want a little extra padding under your shins. So I've got that there. Take your foot out. And you're going to inhale away from your leg that's long. So you're in a plane like a toaster slot. You're not folded forward. You're not leaning back. This other leg is counterposing your weight. Another way to do this is with longer arms so that you're making that weight further away from your fulcrum. Good. Find what works for you today. That was 10. Now we're going to be adding on a rotation here. So when you dip, that's the same, but when you come up, you turn. And it's tempting to lean back, rotate, feel your obliques, rotate, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, 9. Now I want to throw in a bonus 10 of little pulses. So find a place that was meaningful to you for about 10. It's the belly. 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to do a couple stretches. So one hand comes down, up and over. Good. Michelle, you were the first one there. I bet you were excited about doing a lateral flexion. So it's so, they're so therapeutic. This is a great place to rotate down and or up. Breathe in. Inhale. Now you're going to take this hand that's in the air. It's going to stretch, but you might like to put it on your foam roller or your foam block, whatever you have handy, or you just use the floor. I like knuckles down. Lift your hips. 10, good. It's like your heart's trying to get to the sky. That's it. 8, lift and lengthen that knee. And 5, oh, good. 4, looking good. 3, keep opening up that hip, that long hip. 2, and we're going to put the leg back into a neutral. Use your abs. Flip your legs. Now, if you think you might be using that foam roller on the other stretch, you can go ahead and make it ready. Make ready. Here we go. Up, keep going. Now, this is where you could make your lever long. Keep going while I adjust that mic. Yeah. All right, now the harder, if you want it, is arms a little longer, further away from your fulcrum. Easier, or if you happen to be in your trap someday, you know, you just have a tight neck, let's say, that's another position. So somewhere in there. Good. Now we're also going to be adding on a rotation. Rotate, look at that long leg, come down normally, rotate. Good. Dip. And 3, long knee, that knee stays long. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to do another. All right, now find a place that was really challenging or that you feel like there's more work, and take 10 little pulses. 5, 4, 3. We're going to take 2 stretches. Get ready, up and over, one hand down. I'm going to mention again, you want to make sure you're never pushing on that knee. You're above or below, or just using it for a base. You're not pushing it. It's a hinge joint this way, not that way. All right, so another cue is energize that leg so the knee's safer. Now add our rotations, anything that you found helpful. I like down and up, because they both work for me, but if you have one that's really tight, just do it more. You'll feel your shoulder differently too. 4, 3, inhale. This arm is going to go up and over. Now you may use your foam roller and then put the top leg more behind you, and reach and lift and open, and lift and reach and open. Stretch it and open. I'm going to show you on the floor too. Ooh, 10. Yeah, lift your hip. 9. It sounds like you're trying to do a back bend. 8, or heart to the sky. 5, 4. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale. And what I really like is everyone has their foam roller that I saw. So I'm going to cue this with the foam roller. And if I'm wrong, I'll know in a minute, right? Do you have your foam roller too, Jean? You have it? You do? I thought I saw everybody with one. Okay, great. So upper back, but you're going to lift your hips. When you do rolling, a lot of the same Pilates cues are part of it. So I'm doing a bridge. You know, basically I'm doing a bridge pose. Hands behind your head. Roll out your upper back. And right now I'm in a little flexion, so the gaze is probably between the knees. Roll out that entire rib cage and your shoulders, or shoulder blades, and then try it with a back bend. See how that serves you. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, side hip. So take your forearm on the mat and put your foam roller underneath your side leg, your IT. The top foot, I tend to like this knee bent and the foot on the floor. And you go hip, and you're going to go towards the knee, but not on the knee. And this hand could be on the floor to help you. When you roll down a little, rotate down, it's part of your lateral quad too, your vastus lateralis. You may feel the top of that hip. There's a TFL, tensor fascia lata, like where your front pocket is. If you roll back a little, it's more lateral hamstring. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3. If you've done anything extra active this week, you can feel it, huh? All right, inhale. Now we're going to do the other leg. Sometimes between it, I like to just check it out and feel. I feel like this leg's softer and it's let go, and that looks longer, that right leg. So just see, what do you notice? The knee freedom is a big one. Catherine, that might help with your knee, right? And Karen, after she ran her 5K. All right, so other side. Here we go. Now this is, sometimes you'll notice one's different than the other. I got to get away from that cup of tea or it'll spill. All right, so, okay, lateral, IT, anywhere from the hip, greater trochanter, this big bone, towards the knee, but you're never rolling the knee out sideways. You're 2 inches from it. And I have a feeling this will help Michelle too. Anything that supports around the hip, even if it's something else, should feel supportive. And it also helps with relieving compensatory tightness that happens when you do have something that hurts, and we tend to walk differently to protect that area. Tilt down and it's more vastus lateralis. You can also feel that TFL. And then you're going to open up till the hamstring gets it. That's the muscle that crosses the knee, and sometimes when you have tight knees or your knees ache, that's a great one to get. Personally, that's been one of mine. 10 in the way past. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good luck to Rigel in his vet appointment, Karen. Good luck to Rigel. Yep, 5. I know you'll finish rolling on your own. 3, 2. When you got a dog appointment, you got to go to the dog's appointments. All right, now, all right, everybody needs care, right? So your hip is your favorite muscle group, but we'll get it later. Here's your figure 4. This one is a biggie. Betty, I think of you with this one too. This is figure 4 hip opener. Catherine, if you want to do it with both feet down, you can. If you put your ankle up, it's more intense. It's totally up to you guys. You want to roll out the muscle you're stretching if you do have yourself in the ankle to thigh. And look at all that area you can cover from your high pelvic rim down to your sit bone. 10. And I like to just exhale all that tension away. This is something I would say most of us would agree we need to do more of, but we just sometimes don't make time. So I do like to sprinkle it in, especially on those Thursday classes. All right, 5, 4. Michelle, see if this helps you. 2, 3. All right, now we're going to do the other one, ankle to thigh. Shireen, this ought to help with everything, all the cross training. These hips are pretty much tight with any cross training. All I did was switch sides. Yep. Breathe in. Yeah, ankle to thigh. Good girl. And keep the breath going. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Inhale through the nose and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hit those quads, so you're going to be on your forearms and the roller's going to be on your quad. Quads, plural. Now, you can keep your knees long and just be neutral. So I'm going to cue a few different ways, but find out what works for you. I tend to like them all. Okay, now toe out like your Charlie Chaplin or externally rotated. That's going to get more medial quad. You may find that you're running over a really tender, thin muscle, the sartorius. All right, now toe in, like you're pigeon-toed. If you want, you can even bend and straighten your knees. Now, if you go left, you have a little bit more left quad. And if you go right, you have a little bit more right quad. We'll go left again. Anyone feeling anything? And right again. Inhale. And then exhaling, come back again. Just for a moment here, because it's such a big internal rotator. Grab this. It's not an IT, it's a lat. So your back of your armpit, it twists, the lat twist. And it's accessible. I mean, it runs all the way down to your sacrum and gluteal fascia, but this is where it's accessible. And you don't risk breaking a rib or anything. Hi, little girl. You want to do foam rolling? Roll out that lat. You might roll out the muscle on your shoulder blade. And take 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let's hit the other side. And we're going to do lat rolling on the other side. Get that part of your arm that twist. So I'm rolling out the back side of my armpit. And you might roll up a little, get that scapula, get the shoulder blade. The rear shoulder sometimes has a place. Roll back. roll forward. One side may be different than the other. And then I'm going to have us do a stretch. So you may like your foam block and your foam roller. And we're going to go over the back side of it. Okay, so you're going to, the most rounded part of your back. You're going to find that and put your foam roller under it. The reason I have this as a possibility is because sometimes the neck doesn't reach by itself, or the back feels too pulled and you can put a block under it. And the other, that's really good, Shireen. The other trick is putting your hands behind your head. That's a neat trick. Let me look at you guys. Good. Betty, that looks good. And if your knees long hurts your low back, you can always bend them. That's up to you guys. Or you could do a bound angle here. Good, Michelle. You guys remember it all. Good. I'm going to put one underneath because I like more upper back stretch, and then find a place that feels good to you. Let your shoulders and chest be part of this. Breathe in fully. Now, whenever you're ready, slowly come up to a seated position that feels easy, no work, you're not efforting, and just take a moment, breathe in, notice how your body feels. Breathe in fully and let your shoulders relax down the back. Let your ear be in line with your shoulder from the side view. Your nose is behind your sternum. And we'll let a hand come to the heart and then the other one covers it. And just take a moment to notice how good it feels to have that feeling of peace, how natural it is to have that feeling of wellness, how good it feels to have that sense of clarity in your mind, stability with your mind-body-heart connection. Today I intend to stay closely connected to that feeling of stability, clarity, sure-footedness, wellness, and peace. Anytime I start to deviate a little bit, I'm going to shift my focus back into something that's geared more towards the light, more towards wellness, more towards stability and clarity. That's where all the good answers come. That's where all the good growth comes. With so much appreciation, thank you guys so